Hey everyone, welcome back. In today's video, I am sharing the brand new release from Pretty Pink Posh. It is beautiful and it is all about winter. So I'm going to share everything that's in the release, but I'm also going to let you know that there is a video hop. So go ahead and click on the title of the video. You can hop along to see everybody's creations with this new release, and it is so fun. Okay, so if you want to just get right to the card, I will place a little timestamp right here for you. That way you can just skip what's inside the release and go right to the card if you'd like. So the first thing that we have is this beautiful sequins fill, which I adore. I'm loving this one so much. This has snowflakes, little circles, and little sprinkle looking shaped confetti, which I love. This is very similar, but we have more pastel and cool tones. I love that as well. And then we have a black, silver, and white bead, and then we have white beads. I'm loving it so much. I love this color palette also for winter. I think this is so pretty. A little lavender, lilac, and turquoise. Very fun. Okay, as for stamps and dies, we have a lot of fun things. So here is a cute sentiment stamp collection. We have Let It Snow. So we have Snow Much Fun, Let It Snow, Snow Glad We're Friends, Snow One Else Like You, Winter Greetings, Let It Snow. I love that. Coordinating dies that go along with that. We also have these winter tags, which are so darling. Loving this snowman. They're all just so sweet. Very fun. And then we have the coordinating dies that go with this set. Next, we have penguins, and they are darling. Look at this little guy with the earmuffs. I love this guy with the little Christmas tree garland. I think that is so cute. We have one holding a little snowflake, and I love their little scarves and an addition of a hat. We also have some cute snowflake additions and a little Christmas tree. Very cute. Coordinating dies to go with those cute penguins. And then we have a little Let It Snow sentiment, which also has a shadow layer, which is amazing. So you can cut out your sentiment, you can put another color behind, which is very fun. We have a little penguin holder, which is so sweet. So we have the little shape of a penguin, and then these little arms allow you to put little things within the holder, which is darling. We also have a penguin shaker, which is super fun. And again, we have the darling fill that you can use to create a fun shaker card. Then we have some fun elements that just make cards extra fun. So these are notched rectangles. I love that they have a stitched element as well. Great way to frame out your card. And I love having things like this in stock in my craft room. Another sentiment, this one is Winter Greetings, which is beautiful, again with the shadow layer. And then we have an igloo shaker, which is adorable. Again, we have that stitched element, which is super fun. You can do this on its own, but if you wanted to make it a shaker, you can also cut out little windows to have a little shaker opening. I think that's going to be really sweet. I am loving the idea of these birch trees. I think this is super fun. I like this as an idea for creating a fun background for the card. I think that would be really cute with the penguins. And then we have winter trees. These are so sweet. Oh my goodness. I'm loving all of the different variety we have. Again, that stitched element is so fun. It just adds a really fun little element. We have snowy borders, which is really fun if you're like me and you like that wavy look, but sometimes it's hard to create it on your own. If you're like me and an overthinker, I love stuff like this where it's just all done for us. But this is very, very handy for creating fun backgrounds. That would be fun to do with the trees as well. Okay, then we have some stencils. I'm loving this one. I don't know that this one has a name, but just little scallop rectangles, or I'm sorry, squares. I should know that because my little boy is learning his shapes right now. Little scalloped squares, I think those are so fun. Great way, again, to draw the eye into your card and do some framing. Then we have this one, is so pretty. Beautiful snowflakes, loving that. We also have some layering stencils with penguins and little snowflakes. That's adorable. And then, of course, we have some little stars. I'm obsessed with these little stars. I think those are so fun. That's just so delightful. And then finally we have some penguin mugs. If you remember last month we did gingerbread mugs and they were so fun. So you have the little outline of the mug and then you can dress up the mug with cute things like a scarf. You can add some whipped cream to the top. Got little feet, which are just adorable, but very, very fun collection. Okay, if you click on the title of the video, not only will you know where to hop to next because there will be a variety of videos for you to see today, but you're also going to see a list of everything I showed you in case you find something that you just love and would like to add to your craft room for card making. All right, I'm gonna sit here for just a minute and think through what I want to do, and then we're gonna make a card with something in this release. All right, I think I'm going to opt to play around with these penguins. They are so cute. And I'm going to bring in these additional stamped greetings. I just love the look of these. So I'm gonna grab those two elements. I may even grab the cute little, let's see, oh, these snowy borders. I think it'd be fun to make a little snowy scene. All right, let's go ahead and I'm going to get all of my supplies ready to go, and then we're gonna stamp these out and do some coloring. Okay, I have my cardstock here. I'm just stamping on 80-pound cardstock. So I am going to do this little set, and then I'm gonna do this guy, but bring in the hat as well. So let's do this little duo, and this little cutie, and a hat. Okay, there we go. And because I will be using some alcohol markers to color, I'm going to use my Memento ink. And this works great because once I get to coloring, it won't get all smeared and smudged. Stamp that a couple times just to get a really nice impression. Ooh, that looks great the first time though. But I'm gonna get a little bit more contrast with the double stamp. Get a nice crisp black line, and there we go. Okay, I'm gonna let this dry for a few minutes, and that'll give me the opportunity to pick out all of my colors. Again, I was really inspired by this color palette, so I'm going to keep that in mind. I'm not going to use this today, but in an upcoming video, I will bring this back in. I believe I will. If not, I'll bring in some fun sequins from this release because I definitely am going to want to make a shaker. Okay, I'll set that to the side and then let me grab my markers. Okay, I have all my markers selected. I'll place all of the color choices down below and let's get this colored. I'm gonna add some little accents to the penguins as well, just to give a little bit more dimension and fun, just by adding some highlights. Okay, and then I have my coordinating dies all secured with some washi tape so I can trim these little images out. And let's use the little mini die cut machine to cut out our cute little penguins. All right, now I also used this die set, which I will link for you down below. I love this. This makes a little shadow box. So I used all of those dies, or the ones that I needed, to cut out my pieces to assemble this box. So I have two little inside pieces, and I was going to use the brand new Snowy Drifts dies, but I think these look really cute for the little snow drifts, so I'm going to do that. And then I also have two of these pieces, and I did cut a little rectangular window out of one. Okay, so what I'm going to do is use those little scored lines, and I'm going to fold along. And then for this one, actually, before I get too far, I'm going to add my little scalloped white border around. This just adds a really fun pop. There we go. And then I'm going to take this piece and do the same, do my little folds. And what's great about this is once it's assembled, you can fold it down to fit in an envelope and send it right in the mail, so you can flatten it out. All right, so now with the little tiny tabs, what I'm going to do is add some glue there. And then I'm going to, let's see, which way would this be better? Maybe I'll do it this way. Open that up, and then we're going to attach this bigger side right there. So let me add my glue to this tab as well. And then I'm going to bring this one over and line it up just like that. So now we have our little pop-up card just like this. Again, it's a little shadow box pop-up, but then when it's time to put it in the mail, you can just fold it flat and put it right in your envelope. Okay, now I want to put my little snow hills inside, so I'm going to fold and fold. I'm going to add glue to both sides, and then I'm going to find out where I want this first one. I'm going to do this first one forward. Bring it down too. Forward and lower. Then what I want to do is aim for going both back. So I want to go further back into my shadow box, but also up, so that then I have a little bit more room to kind of layer. So see how I have them kind of going up in this little area, and now I have my little snowy hills in there. Very fun. Oh my gosh, this looks so wintry and fun. Okay, so it's gonna look something like that, and I'll fix his hat. But now that I know, I can see what I want to do for my greeting. So I will grab a new piece of cardstock, just a little scrap, and stamp out my sentiment right down here. And stamp once and twice. There we go. Then I'll use that coordinating die to cut this out as well. Okay, I can go ahead and cut this out. And then I was thinking it might be fun even to bring in some of the little snowflakes to just add a little fun and some embellishments. So let's get all of this put together. That's so sweet. And then we can see if we would like to add some of these. Oh, you know what? I already know I'm gonna want to. Those are way too cute. All right, now I have the adorable addition of the snowflakes. They are way cute. Oh my goodness, I love these. Okay, adorable trio. Now let's go ahead and just get everything all put together. I want to get a little hint of the orange feet. I think that's adorable. I don't want those covered up. It brings a really nice color as well. Okay, so sweet. Okay, so there is our first little duo. And then I need to attach the hat. So let's add a little glue there and have our hat right there. Again, bringing this up a little bit so that I can get those little feet. Now with our sentiment, I want to have a little bit more dimension than the penguin there. So what I'm going to do is just grab these little foam squares, and I will, because we have kind of a white on white going on here too. We have this white sentiment going on white snowy background. So I want to give it a boost because then we'll get a little shadow behind and it'll give it a little pop there. Okay, so I have my foam squares there. I'm just going to add this here. Oh, I love that. And see how even though it's white on white, because I added that dimension, it gives it a little pop. Okay, now we can add some snowflakes. I'm thinking it'd be cute to add at least one, oh sorry, I was looking at it myself, at least one back here. And these can just go with liquid glue. I think that'll be fun. So let's add one there. Actually, let's have it be up enough to where I can add maybe a couple. Cute. So we'll do that there, and then maybe the smallest. I wonder if I can just add a little glue there, and I'm gonna just move it this way so I can add that in there. I'm gonna add that little small one back there. Adorable. And then I think it would be fun to bring this one up and out. It just allows it to have the whole shadow box kind of be incorporated together. So it includes it is what I'm trying to say. Kind of brings a little bit of that snowy scene out so that it's included. Okay, something like that, where it's kind of peeking out. I think that is so sweet. I would add some additional gems and sparkle, but I don't think it needs it. I think it is so cute on its own just like that. And again, I'm letting everything dry, but again, you're just going to fold down so that it's nice and flat, and you can place it right in an A2 size envelope and send it through the mail. I love how that turned out. I think it's darling. All right, that's it for today's video. Again, if you click on the title of the video, you will be able to see everything I used to put this cute shadow box card together, but you'll also see where you can head to next to watch some more inspiration. There are so many fun designers that are creating some beautiful things with this month's release. All right, everyone, be sure to give this a thumbs up if you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video.